Hi guys, it's Ellis here from Mini Model Wars, and today's the third video in the Tau Tactics video series. This one is going to be about the elites. Elites are, I've got my codex here as always, but elites, they there's something to buff out your army. There's something to, they're the guys who are going to do maybe a lot of shooting, a lot of the maneuverability, a lot of the tactics are going to go through the Marines. So it's definitely, they're definitely worth getting. I haven't got enough elites, to be honest, for Tau. I should get a lot more. I just haven't been around to getting them. Just haven't been around to buying them. Just haven't been around to being able to paint them. And then I started my Chaos Army. So my plan with Tau was to get a pretty much a full Crisis Battlesuit army with 15 Crisis Battlesuits. So that's 5 squads of 3. I ended up only getting 2 because about a couple of months after I decided to start Chaos because the Dark Vengeance stuff came out. So first things then, as you can see first then, is these guys here, Stealth Suits. They're not bad. You get these in the Battle Force. So these are the new ones. Sorry, the new plastic ones. These guys are the new ones. The old ones. Sorry. I prefer these guys because they're a bit smaller and less bulky. They just look a bit cooler in my opinion. Stick in the comment section what your opinion is about which stealth suit is the best. I think they make these in plastic now or resin. I'm not sure. I know they sell them, but I'm not sure they sell them made from. So these guys are only 30 points a model, and then you have the Chasvre. I'm not really sure how you pronounce that. For an extra 10 points, for an extra 10 points. And then, obviously, you can stick the Fusion Blaster on him, which I did. This guy's a bit beat up at the moment. And then you get a Marker Drone also in the squad. I'm not sure what that does, to be honest. I'll have to look that up, but I'm not sure because in the Stealth Suit squad, for some reason, it doesn't say anything about Marker Drone. So, I'll stick them to the side for now then. Stealth Suits, they are definitely, I would say, I should get probably about another couple of squads because they're quite strong. They're the average, they're a bit stronger than the normal Tau because they have a 3+ armor save. They have the burst cannons, which is three shots. They have the fusion blaster as well, which is again a tank hunter. One of the main things probably is that they can deep strike. Deep striking, I think they can deep strike, or they can, they can. Sorry, they can't deep strike, they can infiltrate. That's my bad. I keep mixing up with the drones and whatever. So they can infiltrate, which definitely can be quite handy if you want to get right up there to the battlefield as soon as you want to. My personal tactics with these guys then is, as I said in there, infiltrate. It's pretty simple. Hopefully you want to try and get infiltrate as close to the enemy as you possibly can, because these guys they're not gonna win you any games. They might kill a lot of things. In my opinion, that's the whole point of these guys. They're gonna just kill a crap lot, but they're not gonna really do much tactical things. The only things these guys are really good for is taking out a lot of troops. What they are good for though is obviously because the infiltrate rule, they pop in on next to the enemy, and if it's your first turn, you're going to be able to destroy quite a lot of them within the first turn. So because just combined here, I have 4, 6, 9, 12 shots from these guys, and then the fusion blaster, the big one. So I know a lot. My friend who plays Space Marines, his tactic with Space Marines, with his tactical Marines and his Rhino, is he keeps his tactical Marines close to his Rhino to add cover. So he might be able to knock out all of them in one go. You never know. So they definitely excel at the kind of the troop hunting. In my opinion, they excel more at troop hunting than at tank hunting because 12 shots versus the 1 shot, the fusion blaster. So I would maybe attack some troops with these guys. Go for the objectives. That's what I do with these guys. I know they can't take objectives, but they can take out the guys from the objectives, so they might be contested, or at least then your opposition does not get the points. So if you run these guys forward as much as you can, because the burst cannons are not very good. They only have, I think, range 18, so they're not amazing range. So basically, you can maneuver them around a bit, but in my opinion, you should get them up a bit. Try and kill the guys on the objectives, because they have so many shots. They can take out an entire squad of, say, Marines or whatever, because a normal squad might have 5, maybe 10 Marines in, and there's 12 shots here, so maybe the odds are maybe against you, because obviously, dice-wise, not many people have actually had 12 out of 12 shots die, especially with the Marines, with 3+ armor save, which is definitely a big pain. And then the Fusion Blaster, definitely then, with its AP1, just, it can penetrate. If you want to take out hopefully maybe the Sergeant, or the Power Fist, or even Terminator, Terminators, I don't, if they haven't got any invulns, or anything, which haven't got any invulns, it'll pretty much destroy them in the first turn. And with Strength 8, it can definitely take out Rhino as well on 4s, which is not 4s for glance, 4s glancing. So they're definitely quite good in that sense as well. That is, of course, if you add the Shards for Air for another 10 points. If not, it might not be as good. So the next elite is another suit. So it's, instead of the stealth suit, we have the battle suits. XV8s. XV8 battle suits. These, as I said, I only have 2. I've equipped these guys with burst cannon. I like the burst cannon, love the burst cannon, because of the 3 shots. Burst cannon, pulse rifle, plasma rifle. The reason I do this is because fusion blaster, could use a fusion blaster. It is an option, actually. Fusion blaster could be quite good for these guys, because then you have the pretty much the troop destroyer, the troop hunter, and then also the tank hunter, and then missile pods as well, and multi-striker shield generator. So these guys, they can deep strike. I know these guys can deep strike. I don't have to check that. But so basically, these guys then, they obviously, I would definitely deep strike them. Apart from if you want them there ASAP in the battle and killing some shit. Sorry, not shit. Killing some stuff. Sorry. So so you've got these guys, which would, in my opinion, my preferred turn to deep strike them is maybe turn 3, when the battle's just starting to get heated up. It's when people start going into combat a bit more. You get a bit more, deaths, and you start gaining the kill points and stuff like that now. So if you pop them in, if you're winning with the kill points, because obviously now with 6th edition you've got the sorry, not kill points, it's victory points. I think it might be 6th edition, but because you've got like the line breaker, which gets the enemy's deployment zone, kill the warlord, stuff like that, so when the battle starts to get heated up a bit, that's when you can use these guys to get those victory points. Obviously then, as I said, because of the deep striking, hopefully you'd obviously want to deep strike as close as the enemy as possible, to be honest. You can do pretty much with these guys the same thing as you do with the stealth suits, which is do some troop hunting and stuff, just with the burst cannon. Plasma rifle could do some, but obviously it's only 1 shot. So you've got the burst cannon, which can take out troops, which is quite good for taking out objectives as well. Again, it can't take out objectives on its own. Can't take objectives, sorry. But again, a good thing about these guys, the same with the commander, is they have the jump pack. So they can move 12 inches, which is a brilliant addition, because say now you deep strike, even if you deep strike maybe a bit further away from the enemy, you can either that turn or the next turn, then just run forward as much as you can. Use your jump packs to the best of their ability. So these guys are definitely pretty much always in my battles, even if there's about 500 points. I still use these guys. I often keep them with my commander. Sort of bodyguards. If I stick these in front, they have to take the brunt of the shooting, because obviously now with the new rules, you have to take the wounds on the front guys. So then the commander has his 4 wounds, and he keeps his 4 wounds. These guys have 2 wounds, which is a shame, but But yeah, they're still quite good for 2 wounds, which is definitely a bonus. You know, the good things about these guys, and the stealth suits as well, is they're very versatile with the infiltrating, with the deep striking. You don't have to infiltrate, you don't have to deep strike them, but just to add a bit more of the, add a bit more intensity, add a bit more tactics to your to your side. It also confuses the enemy a bit because they don't know when anything's going to come in, so they can't really if there's an objective right at the back, and there's only one squad down there, they can't really do that because you never know the deep striking stealth suits, not stealth suits, sorry, Christ-Bar suits might pop in right next to them and destroy them. So the enemy has to be a bit more cautious then, which then definitely gives you maybe the upper hand in that kind of matter. I think that's the problem with Tau is they only have those are the only elites. Literally, here's my big book of Tau, or otherwise known as Tau Codex. That's literally it for the 2 elites. That's pretty much it. So unfortunately, it wasn't going to be a very long video. It wasn't going to be a very detailed video because it's only 2 elites. Awesome. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to rate, like, and subscribe. If you've got any questions, as I said, which ones do you like better? The old ones or the new ones? In my club, there's been a lot of debate about this because I personally like the older ones, but a lot of people like the new ones because they're bigger and they symbolise the elites of the stealth suits. But so yeah, you comment on what you think. Also, give us a comment on what your tactics on elites are, and anything such as that. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, guys, battle on.